Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show last week where Rob and I went to the Spring Fair up at the NEC. It was a really manic day, but the feedback we're getting from the show is really great. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that contributed to that. It was great to have so many people, some new people on camera as well, to find out. The whole purpose of us going up there was to find out what the manufacturers think are going to be the trends for 2018, and of course to have a look at some of their new products. So really enjoyed being up there. It was a manic day. The first food I ate that day was at 7 o'clock in the evening on the way back home. So it was a crazy manic day, but thank you to everybody. And also thank you to everybody that stopped us and said hello. Sorry we were rushing everywhere and didn't have as much time to chat to everybody as we would have liked, but it was so nice to be able to chat to some of you who did say, hey, watch BMTV, and I really appreciate your feedback on that as well. And these are a few of the people that we stopped and chatted to, particularly this gentleman. He said he wanted a shout out, so here it is. Steve, you've had your shout out. It was really interesting talking to Steve because he was brought up only about 15 miles away from where I was brought up, and he actually worked on the same cruise ship that I worked on in the same year that we worked on it. I thought, oh, should I know you? But he left before I joined. But yeah, it was really nice to talk to you and to Thomas. So thank you for coming and saying hello to us, and to everybody that did that, including the people. I didn't get pictures of everybody that we talked to, but thank you to everybody that came and chatted to us. So, Spring Fair, all about new products, all about what's happening, and I'm going to show you some of the new products in a minute. But if you go to our new product section on the website, balloonmarket.co.uk, you will see there are a lot on there that are not available. And they've got the big red button that says, email me when available. Now, that doesn't mean they've all gone out of stock. That just means they're brand new. It might mean they've gone out of stock, but in the new product section, it means they're brand new and we've just not had any in yet. But this functionality is proving really popular, because as soon as a new product that's out of stock, or an old product that's out of stock, or a new product that's come in for the first time, comes into the building and is booked onto our system, the second that happens, if you signed up for that notification, you will get sent an email. And quite often you will know something is in the building before I've got any idea it's even in the building. So it's proving really popular, judging by the number of notifications that we have pending. But yeah, thank you to everybody that's using that. But we've got a lot on there. So the reason we did that, we wanted to be able to show things that were coming, as well as things that we had in stock. And if we did have something that went out of stock, people were thinking that we didn't sell it, when in fact we did. We were just waiting for it to come back. So that's the reason we have made that change. But yeah, if you go over to the new product section, you'll see I think we've added something ridiculous, like 400 new products in the last few weeks. It's crazy. And we just continue to do that. So we'll be able to show you some of those new products when they come in. But in the meantime, we've got some other new products that I'm going to go through in a second. But before we do that, we've got a couple of things coming up, haven't we, Phil? First of all, we've got Mother's Day on the 11th of March. Now, I talked about Mother's Day a couple of weeks ago, but there was one product that I did not mention, and it is these Mother's Day latex balloons from Sempertex. Now, Sempertex, they're quite new products to us, but we've got quite a few in. We've not got the full range of the Sempertex balloons in, but we've tried to fill gaps where we don't have something that covers that. And these sort of pastel-y kind of colours for Mother's Day, I think, are absolutely perfect. So they come in packs of 25, and we've got other Sempertex balloons like the Happy Birthday Rose Gold that I mentioned the other week, but we'll talk about the Sempertex range at some point a bit more in the future. But yes, Mother's Day is on the 11th of March, and then very quickly after that we've got St. Patrick's Day, and this has got to be my favourite St. Patrick's Day balloon. It's St. Patrick's Day. I believe it's called a beer balloon. Obviously, the beer probably begins with G, but maybe they can't say that. So yes, but I think it's great. It's my favourite St. Patrick's Day balloon. But I've brought a few others up as well. Just a couple of the balloons there: the sitting leprechaun, some confetti, and a small flag bunting for St. Patrick's Day as well. And then we've got Easter, but I'll talk it again. That's the 1st of April. I'll talk about Easter probably next week or the week after. Oh, the other thing for Mother's Day I didn't mention, we've got this roll over here, cellophane. Well, it's not cellophane, it's cellopack. Cellophane is a brand name, but I can't remember the chemical name for this, but you know what it is. It's a roll of cellopack. I thought that would be quite good for Mother's Day for creating hampers and things like that if you sell other stuff other than balloons. If you have a shop and you create gifts, some shredded tissue paper in a basket and wrap it with cellopack, and then you've added value to a gift. It just shows that people have put in a bit more effort if they're giving somebody something that's in a basket, I think. So let's talk first of all about chrome. Now chrome is back in stock, which is great, and we limited it to 1 pack per colour per customer because there was so little available. We've lifted that now. We've had another delivery in, and there's quite a few more. So I think there's still a few people out there saying, oh, they're too expensive. Honestly, I do not think you need to be worrying about this. If you are selling to your customers, if you're a balloon decorator or a retailer selling decorations to a customer, I honestly don't think you've got anything to worry about. It works out about 10p more per 11-inch balloon. And my personal opinion is you can add at least 50p more per balloon. At least 50p more, and I think once you've done that, I think what's going to happen, people are going to start taking pictures of them, put them on Instagram, put them on Pinterest, and then your customers are going to start coming to you the way they do with other things and say, can you do this, can you do that? And I think that's when it'll really take off. If Qualitex produce any more colours, I don't know if they're going to, but if they produce any more colours, I think it's just going to snowball. So honestly, don't charge the same as what you charge for a normal bunch of balloons or arch or whatever. Add that extra money. But I think you're going to be surprised at how easily your customers will pay that extra for this finish. When we were up at Spring Fair, Sue Bowler showed us the dual chrome idea. So we've taken a silver chrome balloon and we've put it inside a dual red balloon, and look at that effect. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it just looks like metal. And I know there was one up at Spring Fair, and Mark talked about how a child thought it said, how did that metal float? How did that get up there? And they are absolutely stunning. So even though there's not masses of colours yet, I think you can play around with that double stuffing, and I think you can just do all sorts of things with those chrome balloons. But they're back in stock. The 260s are back. The 100 count 11-inch are back as well. When the 25 counts come in, not too sure, but hopefully it is going to be quite soon. But I can't really define what soon means, but hopefully it's going to be pretty soon. Right, let's talk about some new products. Over here we have some new vinyl colours. So we've got the orange, we've got the grass green, and we've got burgundy, which is going to be another 2018 colour. We're continuing to get more colours, slowly growing the range of vinyl that we're offering. We're looking at the holographic, that should be in. Might even be in by the time you watch this. And then we're looking at some sparkly other options and other colours as well. Any colours you want, please just let us know and we can have a look at getting those in. And also feathers. We've got some new colours of feathers. We've got these in the big packs and we've got them in these smaller packs, as you can see. So we've got purple, we've got the burgundy, which 2018 colour, and then we've got the lilac here as well. But this mint green colour, we sent some samples of other products to the manufacturer, said, can you do these in feathers? And they said, yeah, no problem, as long as you buy this many. And so we've had that done. So there you go. We've got mint green feathers now as well. Over here, rose gold. The rose gold bubble weights, we had this sample one a few months ago when they were in production, and yeah, we've got them in now. We've had them a couple of weeks, so we've got them in the bags of 25. Or if you want to, you can buy an individual bubble weight like that if you really want to, but they are in stock and available. Talking of rose gold, I picked up some of those drink stirrers that say cheers on them. Again, rose gold is not going to stop. It's going to continue. Everything rose gold is just going to carry on and on and on and on, at least for another year, I would say. I think it's probably going to be much longer than that. I think it's just sort of going to be another kind of standard colour that another option people will have at weddings, etc. forever. Over here we have unicorns. So the unicorn Airwalker, I really like the unicorn Airwalker, and the main reason I like it is because you can air fill it. Some of the Airwalkers you can air fill and they sort of fall over and they're not great. This one you can air fill it. This is the one that we filled in the office a few weeks ago, and we did it just with air. You can helium fill them. They'd probably be a little bit more stable, but with air it's fine. They've got quite chunky weights on the feet, so because you've got 4 feet, it's more stable than some of the other ones. But a lot of people say, oh, I can't sell the Airwalkers because people like Card Factory are selling them for $19.99. Well, even if you were to sell them at that, if you filled that with air, you still do okay. I have a customer. She's a very nice customer, and she said she was selling these at $29.99, but she was using helium. Said, oh, I'll just fill them with air now. And then another person she knows that has a shop somewhere else came in and said, oh, I sell them at $39.99. So, I mean, if you air fill them and you sell them at $39.99, that's great. And our customer, she's putting them up. I think it's going up to £36, but she's got a Card Factory just a mile down the road, mile and a half down the road. So, you know, don't always think people are comparing you directly with Card Factory or somebody else. They're not necessarily doing that. And then we've got its little brother, the little magical unicorn multi-balloon. So that's similar to the leprechaun balloon. It's sort of got the multiple parts and you put it together. And then, of course, we've got the big unicorn head as well. Right, over here. Shiny things, still very popular. Putting things in balloons, still very popular. Confetti, feathers, and also rose petals. So we've got these new rose petals. We've got them in metallic silver and metallic gold. And I think these are, they are slightly heavier, obviously, than confetti, so you probably wouldn't put as much in. But I think they are something else that's a bit different that might work quite well because you've got the metallicness, if that's a word. And then over here we have these, they're called sublights, and it's because you can submerge them, so they are waterproof. They've been around for a while, but they're new to us. So I've got the sample one that we were sent, and I'm just going to show you how they work. They are remote control. You can put them in vases and things like that if you're a florist, but a lot of people are using these now to put inside 3-foot balloons. And if you have light up balloons somewhere like a nightclub, or say you're doing an award ceremony and it's in a big auditorium, a big hotel room, sort of conference room, they can really make a difference if you've got these big 3-foot balloons. But it's got to be dark, because I think when it's not dark, light up balloons, they're just not as effective, but in a dark environment they're amazing. So I'm just going to turn this on. It comes with a remote control. You can use this remote control when they are still in the balloon, so you could put these in the balloons during the day. You don't have to waste the battery by having them on, and then when you go back at night, I don't know if one control would do all of them the same. I'm not sure. I'd have to test that, or if you need all the remote controls for each balloon. But if anybody knows the answer to that, please leave a comment down below. So I'm just going to turn this on. So there you go, you can see that's flashing. If I just click on the red, that will remain red. And then you've got green, blue, and then you've got all these other shades as well. And then you've got different effects. You can make it brighter like that. Ooh, a bit too bright to look at. And then you've got the white as well. But then you've got the different effects. So you've got flashing. So that just goes from one color to another. You've got strobe. I'm not too sure how that's different to flashing, but I think you adjust the speed using the brightness buttons, I think. And then you have fade, where it fades in and out. And then you've got smooth. I'm not too sure what smooth is. But there you go, and you can just turn them off remotely as well. So really easy to use. They come in these multicolored ones, or they come in the white only ones as well. So if anybody does use these, please send us your pictures. I think they're great. You've got these big balloons with the lights inside. I think that is everything I brought up, so that's good. Question of the week this week: what do you think is going to be the best product of 2018? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Bye.